Johnny, hi, it's Adam here. Do you know what night it is?
It's rookie night, baby!
It is rookie night. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to oNiD. My name's Adam D, and this man is Johnny Ashley.
I am indeed. Hello, and it's not my fault.
Mostly it is.
Okay.
But tonight is definitely your fault because it's rookies night. And do you know what? I probably shouldn't say this, but this is my favourite stream of the week. The racing's good, the banter's good, the chat tends to be good, and we're here at the, let's see if I can actually say it first time, at the Hungaroring. So you have to say it slowly or else it comes out as Hungaroring. It is the Hungaroring, round 5 of the Sim Stuff European Rookie League, live here on oNiD. So get yourselves involved, get saying hello. We are here, and oh my god, I've just opened the chat and there's loads of you. Ben22 Racing, the man with the liveries, he's here. Heike van der Veen confirms it is Johnny's fault. And that, I believe, is why Ben has then created a command for that statement. Busy, good evening indeed. Nightbot's here. Nightbot's on good form already. Bo Lambert's, good evening, sir. Lovely to have you with us. Really good to have you in the chat and racing tonight. Good to have you all along. I like to race. Mr. Alex is here for another stream this week. You're going to enjoy this one, Alex. This is our rookies. This is absolutely fantastic. Guess who else is here, Johnny?
Let me guess. Princess JT must be here.
She is! Here. Yes! Hello, Princess JT. Welcome. And Mr. Crunk Chronic is here as well, aka Dave. Dave is here. Yeah, so if you want to get involved with the Nightbot tonight, then !Johnny will bring up all of the information that you need. It's popular already. Mr. Van Royen is here. Evening, boys. Evening. Yeah, we've got plenty of you in already, and we will be joined later on by Mr. Mancy. Or is he here already?
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
And instantly we put the singing Mancy on mute.
That's not very nice, is it?
How are you, sir? I know you've been feeling a bit rough this week. You feeling a bit better now?
Yeah, much better. Much better, thank you very much. The man flu is finally leaving me.
Well, at least it wasn't the vid. It could have been worse, right?
Could have been. Could have been.
Or you could have broken your foot.
Ah, I'm not that stupid.
I knew you were going to say that. Right then, so you've just come...
He says, wait until I get out of the rig tonight and fall over.
Do you know what?
I lay it on the floor. Bloody Adam!
I think I would actually find that amusing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you've just come over from driver's briefing. How are the drivers feeling tonight? They pumped up? They're ready to go?
I think they are feeling the normal stresses that anyone would towards the end of the season. You know, you've got some battles in the different classes. I think this is probably the most uncommon track that they would have done. The Hungaroring doesn't really feature aggressively on open servers. You know, Monza last week they would have been very familiar with if they've done open lobbies. They may have not gone past turn 1, but that's down to open lobbies. But I think this is the first time they've come up at a track, that they won't have raced much due to its popularity or the fact that it just isn't in tow with the normal tracks.
It's strange, because I absolutely love this place.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's one of the best tracks for maybe driving laps. The racing can be good. Passing is another thing here.
Yeah.
But no, when you sort of get into the flow of the track, really, really good fun. And yeah, plenty of experience.
Yeah, I took my only ever legitimate pole position at this track.
I was in that race.
You were, and what happened to me eventually in that race, Johnny?
Was it just you two, or
you got Johnny crashed?
I did get Johnny crashed, yeah. So pole position to death.
Well, just in that vein, if everyone on the stream puts !Dive bomb the Nightbot will respond with the Mancy special.
That's nice.
I can't
They
get...
should also send a link for the T-shirt.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep. Ben, get on it. I don't know what you're doing tonight, but you need to get on all of these links.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually messaged me on Discord and let me know. I sent the file back over to him after a certain Mr. Hyde helped me out with OBS earlier. So it looks like the hot laps are all ready to go again, even though my PC is still crying from being upgraded to Windows 11.
Ooh.
I would never have done it.
Ooh, no.
No.
That was a move.
I like to live on the edge, you know. It's one of the many crazy things I do in life.
Hungary, eh? This, you said a minute ago that this can be a tricky place to pass. So, what advice have you given the old rookies on that tonight?
Exclamation mark dive bomb.
Yeah, just exclamation mark dive bomb. Go in the chat if you're unsure of anything. The brief was really short, funnily enough. No, just the usual stuff from the briefing. You know, in the qualifying, respect each other. Don't race, make a gap. When it comes down to the racing, do you know what? I didn't really go in with anything because I do think this season it's been pretty good. And I would like to think by, you know, round 5, they know each other well enough, they know the rules well enough, they know to respect one another well enough. As someone just wipes out the pit board on exit of the pit lane, I might as well not bother. This happens every week. Every time I start bigging them all up, look, they're all going to crash because they're all driving with inside one another. No, I haven't said anything in terms of driving. I kind of, you know, last week was good. We haven't had a real big incident. I think we had one at Brands, which...
Out silver class.
Yeah, the entire silver class. We're in the pits. But, yeah, it's not really much needed to be said on that part. A lot of it this week has been, I'm struggling to set up my car. I'm struggling with this, you know, the track's really difficult. I keep invalidating. Yeah. Right.
Well, qualifying has started. So first of all, before anyone shouts at me, I am. Oh, what is? Oh no! What's he done now?
He's made
Watch
a
this.
Nutfest clip.
Oh, and I'm guessing that the clip is of me saying Nutfest. Oh Jesus! Thank you, Ben. When I said get busy, I didn't quite mean on that, but fair enough.
So Jimmy, I've got a question for you then for tonight. The guys obviously they know what we expect of them in driver briefings, and especially with pro racing, like class racing, you know, Pro-Am Silver. Do you think that they'll be fully aware of who's leading championships? Because it is obviously coming to the crunch end of the season. Do you think they're going to be fully aware of that? Are we? Because we've kind of let them race a little bit as well, haven't we? And if they've been in separate classes.
Yeah, I have touched on that tonight to say, you know, the multi-class racing, there is no point making a concerted effort to be quicker than someone or stay ahead of someone if they're in a different class, because you don't lose anything. There's no point stressing yourself about being in AM and having a pro behind you and going, no, I need to stay ahead of this guy. In terms of where drivers are in the championships, I think that's down to the driver, isn't it, really, to check out the standings. Wouldn't you always want to know where you were after each round? I'd probably check it 3 times within the week as well, even though it wouldn't have changed.
I'm very rarely near the top, so I don't bother.
No, I don't. I get depressed scrolling that far down. So yeah.
Well, hey,
How do you check if the scroll button is broken on your mouse?
Yeah, no, I can't. Basically, screwed. Now, look, before the lap times start coming in, we need the all-important predictions. There's only 3 of us tonight, so it should be a little bit quicker. But I'm going to go first with pole overall will be Rivera tonight. Jimbo?
I'm going to go for Sharon.
Which one?
The one that's normally at the front.
You absolute cop out of a coach. And Johnny?
I am going to go for my teammate, Van Oosenen.
Van Oosenen, very good, as one of the Chirons goes fastest so far. First time on the board. Let's do silver quickly. I'm going to go with the man that we always forget, Felix Ingerden. Jimbo?
I'm going to go with Garrido.
And Johnny?
Finney.
Zach Finney, okie doke. And I am going to pick Shoutin. Johnny?
Yeah, I'll go Shoutin, I think, this week.
And Jimbo?
I think it's free for Shelton. His form has been incredible recently. He's been mixing it with pros and silvers, so I can't see why he wouldn't be up there this race.
Absolutely. In fact, he's just gone third overall as we say that, but it is early days. What kind of lap times should we really be looking for at the very front, do you think, tonight?
I think a low 44, as in I'm talking like 44 on the nose.
Yep.
If the track evaluates enough, or evolves, should I say? Possibly
same thing.
Evaluates,
Yeah.
Whatever. Not here to entertain. Come on, I'm just trying to talk. That's the hardest.
we said earlier you might struggle with this, didn't we?
Yeah, honestly, my head's not with it this week. So I would say there's a potential we could see Sharon or Rivera dip into the high 43s.
Yeah, he was actually on for a 44 flat just then, but then ran wide and invalidated. So at the moment you got Sharon from Holman and Heidenreich. Shoutin is up in fourth, and then maybe Sablinskas would have been a good shout. But Ingerden hasn't put a time in yet, so I don't know. Well, we've put our predictions in. If anyone thinks any different, drop it in the chat, but do it before too many laps go in. As the other Chiron gets within 97 thousandths of the other one. So
I think it's the same one driving two sims at once.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, honestly.
It's impressive.
You know that people are always looking for the next thing to go viral with? No one's done anything with sim racing, have they? So it's who can drive two sim rigs at the same time?
Are they going one set of pedals that's kind of linked with two steering wheels? That would be really impressive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like the learner cars, where the driving instructor can just take over.
And they often did when I was learning.
Oh, you've been told off in the chat, Jimbo.
Yeah. By another Chiron. Yeah, it's Yuval and Yotam.
There we are, Yuval and Yotam. Oh yeah, but I couldn't remember which one was which. And what I'd have got told off if I'd have got that wrong. So
Yuval's the one in car 33 and Yotam's the one in car 16.
I was pissing in the wind with that one.
And it all flew in your face.
Yes. I apologise
to
Yuval and Yotam. If I say both of them, I can't go wrong, can I?
Well, no, you can't. And let's face it, you were only saying nice things, saying that they were both very, very quick. And Yuval, I think, is about to go a smidgen quicker.
Oh, he's no, he's lost it.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, so he was 2/10 up, but dropped it all. And Yotam is on for a good lap instead.
He's bailed it.
He has bailed it, so I think he had a similar issue at the final corner. So maybe it is the same person driving two cars. Who knows? But let's go pick up with Matt Holman in that rather attractive liveried Bentley. He's 6/10 up on his current lap, so that could do him quite nicely. But Shoveler gets himself up to third, Rivera fourth, Van Oosenen is fifth, Ingerden is sixth, Heidenreich seventh, W Bond eighth, Holman ninth, and Samoas in 10th. That's a much better performance from Gabby, isn't it?
A lot better, a lot better. He's always shown glimpses he could be a lot quicker than he has been recently. We've seen it. He was in GT3 in the GT3 league. He was in Mess, I believe, wasn't he? It was his first league first, and he nearly won the championship. To be fair.
Yep.
So he has got potential to definitely be up there. So I give him another season. I think he'll be battling with the pro guys.
7th is a good return at the minute, and he is super close to silver pole man, Mr. Ingeden. So, that could be interesting. But talking of interesting, Yuval Sharon now is 0.2 up on this lap. So let's see if he gets the final corner right. That looks a little bit better to me. A little bit of a twitch through the corner, but this could be your 44 flat that you were talking about. It is. It's a 44.047.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
We can confirm that is not the case.
No, that is not.
Matt Holman's on a good lap again. So it feels like he's finding some time in the early parts of the lap and then just dropping it towards the end. Let's go check in a little bit further back because Joop Kuipers is on a good lap right now as well. He is second up, just going through the first sector. So this could be a huge improvement for Kuipers. It's one of those frustrating ones where he could go a full second faster and move up one place on the grid.
You also don't know how much practice people have been able to get in the past week. This technically could still be part of their practice.
Yeah, of
when
course.
you look at the spread of the times.
So obviously there is like an official practice session on a Monday night. Did you have many in this Monday?
I think we were at 12 or 13 this week. So whether a few were scared off just by the thought of driving around Hungary for 2 hours. No, it's we've had a good turnout. We've had double figures every week.
That's good.
And then I sort of drop into the server through the week if I'm on, and I noticed that there's a few people in there. I must admit, the one that seems to never stop turning laps is Van Oosenen. He's just
I think the man wants himself a sim button box thing as Kuipers.
I didn't realise you spoke Spanish. That's nice.
Yeah, and it's not as if I'm not familiar with the product. It's my own bloody product. But yeah, I think he fancies himself a button box as Kuipers went up to 18th. That was a really solid lap in the end.
Yeah, 1.5 second improvement there. So fingers crossed he gets the next couple of laps in clean and continues to improve.
Ryan Davies is 0.6 up on this lap, so this could be a belter as well. That could put him up to 6th. No,
look at that between the top 3 in silver. That is just over a 10th.
Wow, he actually dropped a 10th coming out of the final corner, so just maybe didn't quite get the traction that he had done previously. Otherwise, he was actually knocking on the door of being 6th overall then. But yeah, 3,000.
The fact that the Aston accelerates like a wheelbarrow.
But it was in comparison with his own lap, and his own lap was also in the Aston.
Oh, okay, so he's maybe he's put his foot down too soon and just spun it up a little bit on the exit.
It's good to see Ryan up there. He's been quite one of the silent guys for most of the season that's actually just got on with it and has churned out some good results. I think he's actually within a chance of winning the Silver Championship, and he's also stepped up to next season's GT3 League on a Sunday. So there's quite a few steps up from the rookies, which is
fantastic.
Great to see.
Pablo Garrido, according to my screen, is 3.5 seconds up on this lap. So that could be a lap. Yeah, and he goes 6th overall. He takes pole in silver away now.
Who pulled out Garrido for pole in silver?
Somebody with inside information.
Well, technically I have, haven't I? So
correct.
I can't, yeah. I'd be a bit worried if I didn't have, to be fair.
But look at that. So Holman, Heidenreich, Ingeden and Davies all less than 33 thousandths of a second apart. That is nuts. It is a nutfest, ladies and gentlemen.
Ding, 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 ding. That's the magic word. I'm just having a look at the championship standards, and we could actually see potentially the silver and pro championships sewn up tonight.
So who could seal their fate tonight? I'm assuming it's Yuval Sharon.
It is not, actually. Rivera is leading the way in pros. If you remember, Yuval in the second race at Monza last week started from the pits after not pressing drive, and then got wiped out, or got a hiding. As someone put in the chat. On his way back through the field. So at the moment we've got Rivera, who is on 234. Actually, yeah, if Rivera finishes anywhere near the front, he is pretty much sewn up the championship.
Well, what's really interesting is things are hotting up at the very front of this qualifying session, because at the moment we've got Yuval Sharon flashing purple, because looking like making a small improvement. It's about 1/10 of a second at the moment. Rivera is currently 2/10 up on his best, but has been flicking between 2 and 4/10 up on his best. And then Yotam Sharon has been flicking between 2 and 3/10 up on his best. So these three could end up really, really close by the end of this lap. So let's keep an eye on that one as Yuval Sharon drops off of his best time now. So the opportunities there for Rivera and Yotam Sharon to make a dent in Yuval's pole time. Yotam goes second, but I think, yeah, no improvement in the end from Rivera. But
got one more chance.
Yeah, they can go again. Yuval, I think, is pretty much done. He's 4/10 down on this lap so far.
So we could have a lockout front row by the brothers.
Yes, we could indeed.
So just quickly looking at the points, so Yuval is actually 64 points behind Rivera, so not out of it at 35 points for a win, but Rivera would have to basically DNF both races, and Yuval would have to win both races.
And there's only one race next week.
Of course, yeah.
Instead of the normal two, there's only one
it's
next week.
60-minute, right?
Yeah.
Silverstone, I believe.
Yeah, so then in theory, Rivera, as long as he's more than 35 points ahead come the end of this evening, he'll have won that championship.
So Yotam could actually play a very decent shotgun role here for his brother.
Yuval has just had to bail out of that lap, so the only person who could spoil the Sharon party right now is this man, Ricardo Rivera, who we've just been talking about. He's currently not improving, but he's not massively down on his previous best, so if he did something special through the last couple of corners, he could just jump ahead of Yotam. It doesn't look like that's coming anytime soon. So it looks like Garrido is going to take pole in... Yeah, Rivera's invalidated, so that's his qualifying over. Let's just see who is still on a lap. So Heidenreich is, but he is down on his best time, and this is going to be the end of qualifying right here. There you go, told you. So let's take a look at the overall grid. If I click the correct buttons. Let's have a look at the whole grid. So it's Yuval Sharon from Yotam Sharon at the front. Then you got Ricardo Rivera from Franz Schawler. Wilbert Van Oosenen is 5th from Matt Holman. Then it's Larice de Tata. Then pole position in silver and 8th overall is Pablo Garrido. Then you got Matthias Heidenreich and Felix Ingerden, Ryan Davies and Gabby Samoas. Jonas Schouten takes pole in the AM class. I almost called it the red class, like an absolute muppet. Bond is 14th, Hyde 15th, Zach Finney 16th, Sablinskas 17th, Prescott 18th, Guerra 19th, another Bond in 20th, Joop Kuipers 21st, Bo Lamberts 22nd, Heike van der Veen in 23rd, and Mr. Evans is 24th. I think that was partially due to a disconnect and reconnect. And then the only one who's not showing up on the front screen here is Mr. Thunder, Jovan Kovacic, who is 25th. There we go. That is our grid for tonight. So let's do this thing right now before these guys get going. Race 1, 30 minutes long. Jimbo, who's going to win each class?
I'll go for Yuval, Garrido, and Shelton.
So basically, all of the pole people.
Look, don't ask me a question if you don't like me answer.
No, that's
not
absolutely
right,
fine. It's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you. Johnny,
Are you going to go for something different?
Johnny?
I'm going to go Rivera, Davis, and Bond.
As in a Bond.
A Bond.
Okay. I am going to go with Yotam Sharon, Felix Ingerden, and Janis Shoutin. There we go. That's our predictions. Once again, if any of you got different predictions, then just drop them in the chat. There are plenty of you with us tonight. Pep R says that he doesn't want to crash. Well, it sounds like a good strat, that. Bo says, okay, do it for Belgium. Yes, Bo, do it for Belgium. Do it for Bo. Do it for you. Win and make proud, he says. Heike van der Veen says, I don't care about my position. I just want to finish this time. That also sounds like an excellent strat.
If he doesn't.
You're doing what if he doesn't?
I said he can't blame me if he doesn't.
He could.
Well, he could.
I mean, it wouldn't be fair, but he could. Right, so whilst these guys are on their warm-up lap, let's just reintroduce you to the GT4 series, and we'll be back in 2 seconds after this message and the introduction. This is the oNiD Racing Sim Stuff Rookies League, the European Rookies League indeed, no less, live here on oNiD's Twitch channel, or of course you might be watching us back on our YouTube channel as well. If you are, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and tell everyone all about it. But we are getting ready to go here for round 5 of 6 at the Hungary ring. My name's Adam D, and I'm joined by Johnny Ashley. Say hello, Johnny.
Oh.
Brilliant. And Jimbo Mancy.
Hello.
Hello. At least you didn't just do a oof. It's the most sense that Johnny's spoken all night. But here we go.
Have seen something really impressive.
We are about to get going. We are coming through the final corner now, and when we hear green light, these guys will be off racing. It's the two Chiron brothers leading us away tonight, and that green light is coming any second now. Wrong line. That line. It was that line. So the Chirons get away well, and they might well work together, but look at those two Bentleys side by side coming down into T1. In fact, we're going 3 wide in the secondary part of the grid, looking a little bit further back. Dan Hyde. As the Chirons get Rivera'd, actually it looks like one of them is holding on to the lead though, but Rivera up to second. And we have got action all over the place. That is Matt Holman going around the outside of the Bentley, gets it sideways, and we have got an incident further back. That looks like, no, it wasn't Garrido. Who was it that we saw spinning round? It was one of the BMWs, so it is Gabby Samoes and David Evans and Heike van der Veen all in trouble at in the middle of the field. But Yuval Chiron leads from Ricardo Rivera and Yotam Chiron. So Rivera, chaps, has got himself up a position, and he's now right on the tail of his big rival.
Yeah, it's a great start by him. Also, we've had Inge Heiden make up a place in silver, putting him in the lead as well.
Yeah, good spot. Van Oostenen, I think, made up 2 places as we see Chiron get sideways, and that is Rivera through. So Sharon got sideways. His brother now goes to the outside of him. Please don't make contact between brothers. And the Yotam runs a bit wide. Yuval keeps it in play. But I wonder if there might be some brotherly orders here to let Yuval go.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. No, no.
I think the brotherly order is get out of my way. No, you get out of my way.
And Van Oosenen was right in there as well. In fact, a little love tap with Yuval through the final corner. Let's see what Van Oosenen can do down into turn 1. He goes defensive, then tucks back inside. And I worry that we might see some contact here between brothers.
I would.
At house.
I've just watched our very own Dan Hyde make a exclamation mark dive bomb into turn 1, but pulled it off perfectly. Garrido did see him coming, and obviously being in a different class let him go, but he was so late on the brakes and made the apex perfectly.
The thing is with that Bentley, you can be so late on the brakes. It brakes amazingly well, so if you can work that out, especially into turn 1 here, you'll end up positions.
Now these lot.
One thing is.
Sorry, go on, Jimbo. Go on.
Sorry, no. The only thing I was going to say was this track they will need to watch out for, which is very easy to do in 30 minutes, is a drive-through due to track limits, because there is an option to use runoff at every corner exit.
Like
but
that.
if you just cross that line, yep, a little bit too much, you will pick up a track warning.
That's the one thing I do wish we could see on here, is just how many track warnings people are on as we go through. But Rivera has lucked in really and got, well, he made a good start, got himself up to second, but then lucked in on Yuval getting a bit squirrely and has moved himself up. Fraz Shoveler is up in 5th. Has had a right couple of moments with Matt Holman over the last couple of laps, so let's see whether that battle continues. But close action up and down the pack already. There looks to be other battles as well. Zach Finney, I think, is pretty close to, or was, to the cars around him. But lots going on, chaps.
Like Garrido's made a mistake as well, because he's dropped behind Sablinskas in the silver class.
He
This
has.
is our pole man from Team Race Car, which was Johnny's favourite
It's still the best. Now,
Best name.
Dan Hyde has got himself up another place. He's just got himself past Matthias Heidenreich. So Dan Hyde is on a charge. He's up to 9th.
I hope he's remembered to put fuel in and he's not running on a qualified.
I hope he hasn't done a Tom Stocks on us all and put quali fuel in. We also saw, I think, Larissa Tata and Matt Holman going side by side. Now, Fraz Shoveler has dropped back into the clutches of Matt Holman a little bit here. So Matt in the many stickers on a Bentley vehicle is trying his best to get back past Fraz Shoveler. So Zach Finney is now back in a battle with your man Pablo Garrido. So a battle for the final podium spot in the silver class. At the moment, Felix Ingerden has got a really solid lead out front. I want to go and jump on board with Dan Hyde, though, to see how he does things down the main straight and into turn 1, because at this rate, the man's going to win.
Whoa.
Someone take Adam's medication away from him. He's clearly been given the wrong dosage.
I think the worrying thing is, I'm not on it anymore.
Oh, that's the problem. It was levelling you out.
Well, unless it's my blood thinners that I'm having to inject into my gut every day. That's
what I'm like
it.
when I haven't had a drink in a while. So everything starts to go wrong. Pass me a whiskey, I'll be alright.
So I was just jumping forward a little bit because it looks like the two Chirons are back together here. Ben says, this is just how I race against my brother. Confirmed, actually, from what I've seen. Yeah, but I'm not sure whether any of that has been in a fight for a championship or one of you in the fight for a championship. But Yuval has now got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:44.8. last time around and has closed the gap right up to his brother Yotam. So
the current situation is perfect for Rivera to just cement that championship, really.
It certainly is, and it's it's all thanks to the brother of his main rival at the moment. Team orders do come in, and one brother.
Barrichello and Schumacher at Austria all over again.
Or Massa and Alonso at Hockenheim. Felipe Fernando is faster than you. Yeah.
As long as we don't see a
Red Bull special.
well, that or the what's his name? Flavio Briatore special at Singapore.
Oh my god, yeah. Do you know what? The other day whilst I was working, I actually had the 2009 season review on in the background, and you just forget just how...
Rubbed.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what a dive from Holman, and Shoveler sees that one coming, lets him go, and Larissa Tata right behind, looking to get in on the action. Keep an eye on Heidenreich and Hyde. A little bit further back. That's a send. That's a send. They got away with that. Wow.
I would imagine, yeah, if it was not for the splitter of the McLaren being so low, that BMW would have been scooped up and gone then.
Well, they got away with it, so we're all still going. I thought he was going to go for another one then. From
it's closing down on Ingeheden as well.
Heidenreich is a lot closer to Hyde as well, but Ingeheden is that bit closer to those guys in front.
And he's in that difficult position, isn't he? Because if he gives up the positions, he drops back. He'll lose time to Sablinskas, who's second in silver and has a train of silver cars just behind him as well.
The Tata having a go at Shoveler as well, just ahead.
Yep. Here we are. We've got it live on screen right now. So that's a bold place to make a move, but he was well alongside. But can Shoveler get the old switcheroo done? That puts him to the outside. But look at Dan Hyde now on the march. These two running side by side, and
let them go.
Dan Hyde has got past Ingeheden. So yeah, I think you're right. Probably let him go. Let's get
the same for Heidenreich as well.
Yeah, good choice. And let's get the grandstand view of the battle in front. Tata did get through, but Shoveler will be looking to send it at T1, and Dan will be looking to pick up some scraps. Dan's super late on the brakes, just like Johnny said.
Tell you what, this is brilliant. If you look at the top of the silver guys against sort of the middle to end of the pros, they've literally come on that much in the season that they are now racing. You wouldn't think that these were in different classes.
No, you really wouldn't. And whilst there's still that pretty defined block of pro, block of silver, block of am, you're right. It's the fact that all of them have got so much closer together.
And that was the idea, because in fairness, Rivera, Yutan, and Yuval, they're not far off the pace. They could run in the pro split in our GT3 series, and they could run comfortably as Heidenreich makes a mistake through the chicane.
Yeah, little boo-boo there, and so he's now going to drop behind Garrido as well, is he?
Just noticed that Ingeheden did let people go, but that has given Sablinskas a chance right on his tail.
He lost half a second going on to the start-finish straight, and I think his run was compromised out of the final corner, so he then lost all the way down the start-finish straight. Yeah,
the only saving grace is that Heidenreich's mistake has dropped him between Ingeheden and Sablinskas and the Zach Finney pack, which has actually split those two packs up a little bit. But yeah, he is closer to Felix Ingeheden, although it's just dropped back a little bit now. He's not a million miles away. There's battles all over the show. Let's keep an eye on the gap out front as well now that Yuval is up to second, because those two running similar pace. The gap is pretty much exactly 2 seconds, so just keep an eye on that one and see whether that moves at all. Running a little bit further up, Larissa Tata has got himself away from Fraz Shoveler a little bit, so we saw Shoveler getting it all a bit sideways. out of turn 3, and he'll want to be careful because the man on a mission, Dan Hyde, is not far behind him in that beautiful oNiD coloured Bentley.
Ingehiden getting it wide out of turn 4 and using too much of the runoff, so that would potentially be a track warning.
Van Oosenen is getting a bit closer to Yotam Sharon as well. That one's less than a second in terms of a gap. And the lead gap is down to... Oh no, it's just crept back up. It did go down to 1.8. It's just crept back up. And that's despite Yuval being quicker on the last lap.
Look at the gaps all the way through. If you take Rivera out of the equation, 2 seconds. You know, the gap to Holman, 4.6 from Van Oosenen, but then it's 1.3, 0.9, 1.2, 0.7. They are literally there or thereabouts. One mistake from anyone, and yeah, they are going to be out for this one.
Davies and Garrido have been running pretty close on this lap, so let's see whether Davies has got something. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he really hasn't. No. Well, he's actually probably got away with that to a certain extent without a huge amount of damage, but it's cost him 2 or 3 places. So Ryan has got some work to do to come back up. I forget as well to say thank you to Pandy D for the subscription. Much appreciated.
Hey. Legend, Pandy, thank you.
Do you know everyone, Johnny?
I know a lot of people. You have to remember, oNiD was started for a group of friends.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that pop up every now and again. But no, Pandy, thank you. We're trying to get Pandy into ACC. So hopefully we might see him in a season soon.
Very good. And he's just sent you the face with the love heart eyes.
Legend.
The faces met across a crowded room.
Fantastic this is.
And thank you for the follow.
I was going to say,
Rapid 5846.
It's all getting a little bit dodgy though.
Just further back.
Oh, Jovan.
Still leading. Obviously Johnny's seen something there.
Oh, Jovan has absolutely... Oh, I'm just hit it again. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Marco Van Bray, thank you for the follow as well. You love to see it. So that puts Joop Kuipers up a position.
That car is
broken.
Well,
Flappy.
yeah, that's not going to buff out.
No.
Take more than a bottle of tea cut on that.
I was about to say, yeah, get the tea cut out.
Now this has closed up a little bit. 1.5 the gap. So Yuval was 0.4 of a second faster on the previous lap than Rivera. So with 15 minutes left, pretty much exactly half the race to go, this one is not over.
They were mentioning. I spoke to a few guys earlier in the day. They were mentioning that the tyres would be an issue. So I wonder if Rivera's just backed off a little bit just to save his tyres, knowing that there might be a fight later on towards the end of the race. He's going to need fresh tyres.
Has he backed off, or has he pushed too hard at the start?
Well, I guess the question is, what would you prefer to do? Run away, use up your tyres, and have a big gap that somebody might then be able to close down, or manage your tyres all the way through but keep your rival a lot closer to you all the way through the race? What's going to be your best option?
I'd prefer, for me, is to manage my tyres and then watch me pull away a few seconds towards the end of the race, because it's a lot better. You'll feel more comfortable, I think, knowing that you're pulling away from the guy behind you. If you've got a 15-second lead because you've pushed really hard, and then that every lap that time keeps coming down and down and down, then you can get really distracted by it, and then that's when you make mistakes.
Now, Splinskas has got Heidenreich right with him. Were you just about to agree with that, Jimbo, or about to tell him that he's a complete muppet?
No, I completely agree. I think if you're in the position that you've got the stronger car, the better car towards the end of the race, and you're pushing on the guy in front, you're more likely to cause a mistake, especially if they've pushed and worn their tyres. It's not easy to pass with the GT3s because there is no such thing as DRS or a nice nitrous button, which would be quite handy. But yeah, I always feel more comfortable having a better car under me at the longer end of the race, and obviously something that definitely be focusing on for tomorrow with the start of the 2.4.
Yeah.
Of course, the start of the 2.4 tomorrow, as we see David Evans running a bit wide. This is a battle for second in class. It brings Guerra right up behind him now, but that Polka is getting away down the straight. Heike van der Veen just in the background there, so not too far behind these guys.
To be fair, that's a great result for.
Oh no!
Evans.
Oh no!
Oh, got away with it.
Not hit him. How did it? Or if he did, yeah, that was.
Jimbo, you must have worked some wonders on Mr. Evans, because he's absolutely doing so well up in second. That's not a bad result for him at all at the minute.
No, I actually did. I put together a little lap. I thought he was going to lose it then because he took loads of curb. Excuse me. I put together a little onboard lap in the Porsche for him.
It seems to have obviously helped him. But that's the point. He always gets a little bit wide there. But that's the point. You know, there was having these coaches about, and Jimbo's done that for him, and it clearly has worked. Because if you take Shelton out of the mix, who's, you know, he's a very, very quick and probably worthy of a silver, Evans then would be leading his class.
He's absolutely correct, and he's, you know, dealing well with the pressure from Guerra behind him as well. So I know that Mr. Busy is quite often in our stream chat, so good to see him running well tonight. Just hope that his tyres survive. Hope they don't overheat or anything, and give him any difficult times this evening.
Can you make one of them button boxes, Adam? The touchscreen ones that they've got in the Porsche there, look.
That's not touchscreen, that's they're like sort of rubber square buttons. And the answer is probably no. That requires more talent than I have. Yeah, that would require probably some kind of CNC cutting machine, which I do not have.
Fair play.
Gaps down to 7/10.
Rapid 5846. Hello, guys. Hello. Thank you. First time chat as well.
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys. Look at this, though. 5/10 now, the gap out front. And Rivera just running a bit wide. I wonder whether the other thing could be that he's running a bit fast and loose with his track limit warnings. And maybe he's had to just back off a little bit to avoid picking up any kind of penalty. But
his car did look like a bit of a pig going into the second to last corner there, so I wonder if he is struggling with his tyres.
Yeah, his pace has dropped off massively, whereas Sharon is kind of been running at about the same pace all the way through the race. He's doing himself a Johnny Ashley here.
Yeah, I was going to say, man after me own art.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some collisions as well, so yeah. But this one is getting hot out front. On that subject, we are dry all this race, 26 degrees, air temperature 34 tracks. It's not ridiculously high. It's not like Willie's set up the server or anything. It's
Sorry about that. My throat decided to give up whilst I was talking, which is why I just gave up talking.
Were you talking?
No. As Johnny was asking me the question about Evans, I went to say something, and if I'd have carried on, I'd have just done that noise.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that next time that's about to happen, please just let it happen.
Yeah. It's okay. Adam's got my address from sending the t-shirt, so if anything does happen and I don't return, at least he knows where to not bother calling an ambulance to.
True dat.
He's gonna come steal my sim stuff.
Oh yeah, because you've got some fruity stuff. So yeah, I might have to. Can anyone just go bump Jimbo off and then I'll go and steal all his rig?
I'm so glad that you said that the right way.
I don't even want to think about what the wrong way was. But these guys getting closer and closer and closer, and Yotam not too far off them either. So Yotam's having a much better night tonight, and of course was ahead of his brother until the old team orders came in. But
Noticed a little bit further back, Ingeheden is now closing back in on Dan Hyde.
he is,
It
and
seems to have dropped Sablinskas as well.
yeah, but Dan won't be able to just let Ingeheden go because Heidenreich's right behind Ingeheden. So and that would then be for position for Dan. So Dan doesn't seem to have made any inroads in Shoveler though. So
Looks like Dan is struggling with his tyres. I'm wondering that pace early on in the race if he's used his quali setup potentially, or even maybe he slid the car a little bit too early on and got some light graining on the tyres.
and also, a man that likes zero traction control in everything that he drives is probably likely to use his rear tyres up a bit quicker than others, right?
If you can even do a lap in zero traction control in anything probably other than the McLaren or a car that doesn't have it, I find that incredibly impressive.
Dan refuses to use traction control.
Okay.
Which probably explains why he hides so many people.
Indeed.
But also, I mean, in the real race cars, in real life, the real drivers use real traction control. I'm not one to be a sheep and follow a trend, but when professionals tend to do something, I would never even consider.
I've always had this thing about just allowing people to use what they feel comfortable with.
Yep.
Me personally, I use quite high traction control because I've got a lead foot, and I'd rather enjoy my racing and be, a few tenths slower than spinning it round every 2 minutes. So I'm all for it. If you want to use it. If you don't, you don't. But I've always had this opinion of people. I've been in race series that they don't allow anything on, no assists, nothing. You're not having anything. And it's like, well, that's not really realistic as such.
No, and also, it's not like having assists on is necessarily going to make you any faster, because in most things, if you're a absolute alien with all your assists turned off, you're going to be quicker because you can use it to your advantage. So, I don't get the whole idea of being restrictive on that either.
Oh no, I would never restrict anyone.
No.
I just think the cars with no traction control are near on undrivable.
Amen to that.
For me, it's don't get me wrong, it's a bold statement, and if he is doing it with zero TC, then to be able to get this far into the race, even is credit to him. But I always find it a funny one. You see people who they want to try no assists, and I completely get it. You see the people that do it and they improve and they get better and better, and then you see the people that spend hours and hours and hours, days, months, years not using it, and there's no improvement. You see them struggle in each race. You can hear in themselves that they're not enjoying it potentially, and at that point you wonder, where does common sense prevail? Oh, as Ingeheden's lost out of final corner.
Oh, so Heidenreich got up the inside of him as Ingeheden ran wide, and then Felix has it looked like he just booted it too early.
Excuse me.
To try and have a run with Heidenreich down the straight, and he has lost the lead in silver to Sablinskas. So Sablinskas takes the lead in class in that beautiful purple Mercedes. It almost looks a little bit like the one that you ran on a Sunday, Johnny.
It does look a little bit like my one. Apart from
Not
there's
got any damage on it.
Oh, thank you, Jimbo.
I can hear him building up to it. And I'm like, no, I'm not letting him have it. You're not dumbing yourself down. We're here to do that.
Literally, I think Jimbo and I were both there like, please, let it be me.
That's when, even if my throat would have started giving up on me, I would have gone high-pitched squeak right at the end just to get it out.
Oh, we've got Bo Lamberts up the inside there of Guerra and gets it done. Good job, Bo. That's a good solid pass. So Bo,
that's a podium as well.
It is, and look how close he is to Mr. Evans as well.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to have another go in a minute. Good lad.
So no pressure, Bo.
It's on the edge of the track limits there.
I'm just keeping an eye on the gap out front as well. Look how close. So Yuval Sharon is within 8/10, but then Yotam is within a second of his brother as well. So the whole thing concertinaing together as we hit the last 3 minutes of this one. We are currently watching... Oh, hang on. Let's go to Heidenreich and Hyde. Because this one is getting fruity as we head down into turn 1. Heidenreich looking to jump up a place after some awkward moments earlier on in the race. He's trying to go around the outside at T1. There is a little bit of contact, but it's fair. That's rubbing his race in right there.
Just showed in the outside. I like that.
And Dan later on the brakes into turn 2 and holds that position nicely.
Quite impressed with Inga Heeden having had a hefty whack with the wall. Not losing out to Garrido behind him. If he can hold on to P2, then he's done very well with that.
Yeah, and Sablinskas is in a tough place right now because he's currently being held up by Heidenreich, but doesn't really want to get involved in that one because that's a different class ahead. But whoa, Ingeden might just start to eat into that gap as we have a real battle out front. Look, Rivera just 2/10 up on Yuval Sharon right now. But look at Yotam in the background as well. This whole thing getting closer and closer. 2 minutes to go.
2 more laps.
2 laps in race 1. We will have another race after this. So when this race finishes, do not go anywhere because we're going to do it all over again in just a moment. We've also got a battle between Holman and Detata. Look how close these two are. I don't think Yuval was going to be able to make a move into T1. That's why I was pretty comfortable in jumping away. And I think the Bentley will probably have the legs down the straight to hold this McLaren at bay as well.
Heidenreich and...
Oh my God!
Oh, wow. That was a...
It was a send, and Matt Holman kind of got out of the way, and he's now going to try and hold on to the inside line for the next corner, and does so quite nicely. So that has worked out okay in the end, but that looked all a bit squirrely. And look at Shoveler right behind Detata. So Shoveler now...
By the way.
Sorry?
Look at the lead, by the way.
Yes, let's go there. And they are coming up on back markers as well. Yeah, that is Kuipers ahead.
Kuipers, that was the British version. Uneducated version of his name. I just tried to say it really quickly. Oh, he's done very well there.
Kuipers, Joe Cooper is the British version. We'll go for.
That's the Goodwood version.
Wow, that is close.
They are getting close indeed.
And
there is a move. There is a move. But there is contact, and he's going to wait for him, I think. But look at... Yotam doesn't know what to do here. He's like, do I get involved? Do I sit back and watch? What's going on?
If I was Yotam, I'd have been yeeting it past both of them at that point.
Of course you would. Alex Parkin is tuning in from work, ladies and gentlemen. So, evening chaps to Parkin 90. Shame to not have you in the booth with us tonight. You are missing a cracker. But great to have you in chat.
Between Inga Heeden and Sablinskas, but Inga Heeden's back ahead.
Yeah,
look. On to the last lap.
Well, what's left of his BMW is back
Maybe
ahead.
That's why. He's got better aerodynamics now. The car's lighter.
The car's a lot lighter, yeah. But it's not...
They're coming up on a very damaged Kovacic.
That was Heidenreich losing it out of the final corner as well, I think. So Heidenreich has dropped right back down. That is Thunder, I think, pulling out of the way. So Ingeden holds on to that one. Let's go back to the front, see what's going on, because it remains close. This is this the final lap? Have they called final lap on this one?
This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant.
Just while we're waiting for this, Bo Lamberts has got past David Evans. For
well done, Bo. Great job, Bo. So yeah, second place in Am would be a really good result for him. So
I really hope Evans holds on to a podium, though. As much not to diminish Guerrero or Van der Veen or anyone else in the AM class, but yeah, to see him get a podium.
Ben tells us that they squeezed through for another lap of racing, so this isn't the final lap.
I think this is the final lap. They got
This
through
is the
just-
final lap.
So, but I think they just got through, which means who's going to run out of fuel is the
Looks like
question.
Rivera's got it. If he keeps it steady.
Does look like Rivera them last corner. He's going to have it.
Oh!
Tam's going to have Uval as well.
Well,
no.
I think that was
Is he gonna give that up?
yeah, he's giving it back to him, isn't he? You know.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that was pretty clear. So Rivera takes the win. Yotam second in the end.
How educated can you be in racing in a rookie season to go, okay, give me the position to see if I can make the win, but I will give it back to you at the end of the race. I mean, if they're in the room next to each other, he's probably banging on the wall. Let me bloody past!
Yeah, because I reckon that's exactly the accent they'd have.
Well, I don't do accents. Apart from high-pitched squeals.
So we've got trainer cars across the line there. So Dan
Where's
Hyde
Sablinskas?
gone.
So Sablinskas has gone. I don't know what happened, but Sablinskas was gone.
Yeah, he's not even in the server anymore.
If that has happened, then I don't think whatever happens after that is Inga Heeden is our silver champion.
Let's have a look. I can do some digging while we're doing it. So, silver class, there was 42 points.
Hang on, Bo's moment in the sun coming up here as he rounds the
Go on,
final
Bo.
corner. Well done, Bo. The man finishes 16th overall and second in class. That is a great result there. So your class winners are Rivera in Pro, Ingerden is your winner in Silver, and Shoutin is your winner in Am.
So yes,
Sablinskas disconnected.
Ingerden is our silver champion.
Well,
Congratulations.
to Felix,
And I think
or as we call him in England, Fred Smith. That would be his English name.
Felix Inglethorpe.
Inglethorpe.
yes, so.
Have we now got to come up with English names for all of these drivers? So,
Where did you get Inglethorpe from?
I don't know. But
Is that like a common Stoke name?
no. But congratulations to the winner of that last race, Richard Rivers.
So I think
the server crashed.
no, the server it does this for a little bit. It will sit and hold. for
Okay, yeah,
a
I've
few
gone
minutes.
back now. It was weird. It held me on a replay.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure then Felix will be silver champion. I'm just trying to work the points out because we've still got another 70 points available.
Oh no, have we got listening to Johnny's brain try and compute something moment, have we?
Mathematically, he hasn't done it yet, but the way it's looking, he will do it.
Well, that's as clear as mud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chaps, can I just say that was a brilliant race from start to finish. There was stuff going on all the way through the field. In general, the racing was pretty clean as well. I didn't see any massive Mansi dive bombs or anything with too much contact. There was little bits here and there, but it looked like really good racing up and down the field.
No, that was really good. Dan Hyde's come through the pack at the start with his what was nothing short of electric pace. Obviously, the brothers battling it out at the start as well, which was fantastic. And Rivera jumping from P3 to P1. Yeah, really, really good.
Ingerden was up and down like a yo-yo in that one, but managed to take the win in the end. Yeah, the Sharon brothers at the beginning of the race was super exciting to watch. The whole thing was just absolutely fantastic. This is why this is my favourite stream of the week. That's nothing against you GT4 boys on a Tuesday night, because you put on a great show on a Tuesday night as well. But it's just something about this rookie series that is just fantastic.
Okay, so I'm not sure how this has worked out, but Sablinskas is back in, but he's at the back of the grid. And if I'm right that Sablinskas doesn't score any points, currently Inge Heden's lead is 77, which would make him silver champion.
I was hoping that Johnny might have verified your thinking then. Or was Johnny gone for a cigarette?
So for that, he's passed out from trying to do maths.
By the way,
laying on the floor in a heap, frothing at the mouth.
By the way, big shout out to Heike van der Veen. He finished the race.
He got to finish.
Congratulations, Heike. That's a big deal, based on how things have been going the last few weeks. I know there's a few of you we've missed in chat as well. It all got a little bit nuts towards the end. Marco Van Bray, great commentary, chaps. Despite the throat drama, I'm assuming that was you, Jimbo. And he said, Holman is a beast. I know him. Don't read that bit out. Oh. What you want to do is put the bit that tells somebody not to read something out before the bit that you don't want them to read out. But anyway, he's a beast. There we go. Dave said having them all that close at the end. Wow. WVO had a pretty lonely race in P4 again, but lonely in P4 is better than exciting in P5, I reckon. Pep R finished with only 1.9 litres, was a bit scary. Yeah, so the great thing is we get to go and do it all over again right now.
Is what normally happens in two 30-minute races going to happen tonight.
What?
Well, you always find the second 30-minute race, if the first one is really, really good, the second one can sometimes be a little bit leery.
I think I'm following you at last. Yes.
People are annoyed potentially by results in race one, annoyed by someone in race one.
Yeah.
So the red mist can descend a little bit, but the guys have been good. We've had a couple of now of the two 30-minute rounds, and I don't think we've had any major
no
issues.
like you say, it was just the race 2 round 1 issue at Brands, but that's a long time in the past now, so I'm sure we won't get anything like that. And that wasn't actually a dive or a punt, it was a poorly chosen rejoin, wasn't it?
Yeah, which had implications for 40% of the field. Yeah, but it hasn't happened again, so what we can only take from that is that they've learned from the mistake. Well, let's hope so. We're about to find out, because we will be going racing again very, very shortly. Thank you to all of you that are sticking with us through this broadcast. If you are just joining us, then you are watching onidracing.com's Sim Stuff European Rookie League on our Twitch channel. And of course, you might be watching it back on our YouTube channel. It's a good opportunity for me to say thank you to the title sponsor of this series, which is sim-stuff.com, but also to our channel partners simrace247.com and their friends HyperX, pitwall.live, simracing.gp, and of course Caden Computers. Thank you to all of those guys. Yes, I did thank myself. Yeah, right at the very beginning. That's really nice. How does that feel? Well, I've never done that. I am the title sponsor of this series, so I deserve it. No, you do. Thank you very much. Thanks, Adam. Not a problem. Much appreciated. Good. Can't wait to do it all over again. Oh dear, here we go. We are about to go racing once again. Let's see if I can work out what the correct line is. Yeah, business face is on. Come on, game face. Here we go. Sharon from Rivera. That is your front three. Who will lead us into turn one? We're about to find out as the green light will drop any second. Rivera's quite a way back in his start position. He probably wants to come forward a bit, but we are green light, and the two Chirons go side by side then, and it looks to me like a pretty good start from the pair of them. Rivera has survived, but goes straight to the inside into T1. It's a good move.
What about a little bit further back? How's the pack getting on? They're doing okay by the looks of it. I don't see any contact or spinners, but let's go back to the front and see who is in the lead. Well, I would do if my screen will just calm down and let me go back to it as Rivera goes round, but actually then gets hit a second time by the same car and ends up facing the correct way.
Oh no!
Van Oosenen is up through the field.
No. Big crash.
That looks like Dan Hyde to me.
Big crash.
So that is... Oh, that is a huge crash. So I'm going to deploy an early replay and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
They crashed. I've done it for you.
Thank you for that, yeah. I hear Johnny's back. So this is Dan Hyde with Pablo Garrido. So Hyde hides Garrido, and then it's just all hell breaks. Where's the brakes, Dan? All hell breaks loose at that point there, and we've got a number of cars involved there, unfortunately. All started with Hyde hitting the rear corner of Garrido, as we see Bo Lambert's getting it a bit wrong there, but let's go back up to the front and see what's going on. Yuval Sharon leads then by 1.6 seconds from Wilbert Van Oosenen. Rivera has survived that contact with Yotam Sharon.
Who's in 10th overall?
10th overall? Janus, I've done it again.
I'm going to have to mute.
Shelton is up to 10th, under some pressure from Ingerden though, as they come down into turn 1. As you see Heidenreich up the inside of Davies. Look at that, Davies up in 8th. Although not anymore because Heidenreich has got past.
I'm alright now.
Not sure.
No,
Not sure I am anyway. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's just go check out on the front. Van Oosenen.
Have you got a sore throat too?
Yeah, very. Van Oosenen second. And look how close Rivera is to him now. So Van Oosenen was complaining that his last race was lonely. I don't think this one's going to be lonely. Because he's got Richard Rivers directly behind him with...
said the English, nice.
Yes, and Frank Spade in 4th.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure. I'm not
English at Van Oosenen. Go on.
William Van Oosenen. I don't know. William Oglethorpe. I don't know what it is with the...
Oglethorpe.
Van Oglethorpe.
Oh. Dear,
Sounds like
Bond has just got past Kuipers, by the way. It looks to me like Thunder might have got through all of those issues early doors. He's up to 18th overall, so that's not looking too bad. As you see, Rivera just having a think about it and look slightly further back. Oh, as Rivera now does go to the inside, or Nuz, which is now does, combined together, but Van Oosenen sticks to the middle. Richard Rivers tries to go to the outside, and Matt Holman, there is no more English version of Matt Holman, goes up the inside of Yotam Sharon and up into 5th.
Yuval making an escape at the front.
Yeah, 2 seconds clear. Rivera needs to get past Van Oosenen, but I wonder if Rivera will be just thinking about looking after his tyres a little bit better than last race, assuming that was what brought Sharon a lot closer to him towards the end of that last one.
I think Rivera is going to get a little bit more desperate to try and get past Van Oosenen.
Dan Hyde picks himself up an SG30, so I can only assume that Dan's been in to fix his damage and then just yeeted it out of the pits.
Got stocks and go.
He has got himself a stocks and go.
Poor old the podium of Lamberts and Evans got caught up in that, and they're both in the pits, and I think Evans has been in the pits as well, so they're towards the back now, which is unfortunate after such a strong race one.
Wow, Yotam with a real look up the inside of Matt Holman there. Let's see whether he's going to be close enough for a move into T1. I get the feeling that this group from 2nd down to 6th could create some fruity racing right here.
Got the top 3 quite close.
Van Oosenen and Rivera. Sorry, I just saw Rivera up the inside of Van Oosenen, gets it done. So I don't know whether there was any contact or whether it was clean, but Van Oosenen was out wide. So can Rivera start to close that 2.4 second gap to Yuval out front? Remember, Rivera was our winner in race 1 and he's effectively our champion elect. He's looking pretty good for that right now. So he's got himself up to 2nd. Van Oosenen will now be thinking a little bit more about the yellow pack behind him. The Shoveler, the Holman, the Chiron, the Detata eventually, all in yellow cars, bearing down on this rather green and black United Racers machine of Wilbert Van Oosenen.
Being a nice oNiD sponsored Bentley tomorrow night.
Very good.
Look forward to that.
I'll bring your armbands if Johnny's been doing the server, because 3 times I went in there today and it was flooded 3 times, and 1 time it was pitch black. So
yeah, and you make sure I knew about it.
Yes, he did. It started off a little bit damp, but then all his crying made it flood.
It definitely wasn't just the wow. It was.
No, it was. We did have me and Jimbo had a few laps around there at lunchtime, and it was
splashy.
It needed a boat.
A boat. Oh dear. Maybe Storm Eunice had dropped in on Imola as well. Is it Imola?
It is
Imola, round 1.
Dan Hyde has just finished his stop-go 30. Hopefully he doesn't pick up another one on the way out.
If he does, I'll just give up.
No.
Ryan Davies having a good run up in 2nd in class, but it's, Gabby Samoa's having a much better race 2nd time around, not caught up in anything early doors.
I don't know what happened with Gabby Samoa, because he was 3rd a lap ago, so he's managed to get past Felix and Ryan.
Well, Inga Heaton had taken P1, and then he must have made a huge mistake. Whether that caught Davies up a little bit, and Samoa's has just taken advantage of that, but
all yeeted.
I love that corner they've just gone through.
Turn 4.
Oh,
nice.
So good. That's my only input on this track. I like it.
It's a fantastic corner when you get it right, because the minute you don't, you invalidate or pick up a track corner. You just go so wide.
It's lovely in a fast, heavy downforce car as well, like last year's F1 car around Hungary as well. It's just
Do you know what? I could never get on with this place on F1. Weirdly, even though it was on the very first Formula 1 that came out on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, no, I was more thinking about running the RSS Formula Hybrid mod on Assetto Corsa around here.
Yeah, it's different when you play it on a proper sim.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't play Codemasters games here.
Yeah.
As Codemasters pull out their proposal of sponsorship of oNiD.
You wouldn't want them near it anyway, would you? They just break everything.
I was going to say, yeah, they'll probably replace me with a mobile version or something.
Sounds alright to me.
Yeah. You were never going to win out of that sentence, Johnny.
Are you not particularly mobile then?
Oh, listen to him now. He's got a knee scooter.
It's been put together this evening as well. I can now.
Your exact words were, didn't you have a go on it? Didn't you get it all set up and have a go?
Yeah, the house is not quite big enough for me to scoot around on my knee scooter.
Which says to me he's got to then leave the house with a knee scooter.
That's entirely what it's for.
I want filming of this. I want evidence of you going around on a knee scooter.
One of the biggest problems.
LEDs on it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Did you get it in oNiD purple?
No, it's in black.
Oh, spray job.
Yeah. For couple of stickers. Diamond.
Listen, I've done well enough already to have an oNiD purple cast. Yeah, so
Yeah.
You can't have everything, Johnny.
It's
I
gonna
know
be
it's
the first time
Rivera's-
someone says they've done well to get a cast.
Rivera's slowly pulling away from Van Oostenen, I see.
He is. The
Doesn't
gap.
seem to be bringing the gap down though. 2.5 still.
Yeah, and actually on the last lap, he was 0.2 quicker than Sharon on the last lap. But let's see this time
They're
around.
coming
Ooh.
up on lapped cars.
Ooh, Sharon's done a banging lap with a 44.6, but Rivera then puts in a 44.6 as well. So
So a bit of damage on the car, but not obviously anything substantial to slow him down.
So he's, the leader's passed Evans to put a lap on him, but he's now approaching that Sablinskas, isn't it, in the Johnny Clone car?
Probably got about the same amount of damage on it now.
No, he's been in the pits and repaired it.
Bounce their way through turn 3 over that curb.
I think the only one who ended up with Johnny level of damage in race 1 was poor old Thunder. As Evans does well to get out of Rivera's way, and now he's going to blend out and let Van Oostenen
Dan
through.
Hyde, isn't it? Is it Dan Hyde they're coming up on?
No, it's Sablinskas.
It is Sablinskas.
Yeah, Dan Hyde came out of the pits behind this pack, I think.
Ah, fair enough.
Because not only did he pit for damage, but obviously he got his SG30 as well, so he's having a lovely time out there.
It's a shame because he was showing really well in race 1 at the start with the pace and everything. It looked really, really confident.
So let's go pick up on Samoa's. He is leading this class, but look at Ingerden and Davies now getting close together for second in silver. Davies looks like he's got good pace tonight. Sorry, Johnny.
Yeah, it's good to see them three guys so close on track as well. So this could be a battle that goes right down to the wire as well.
It's a nicely coloured Aston. Good livery job on that. Got some nice liveries in this series. It's been lovely to see some of the stuff on show. So this is the battle for first, second and third in silver. Gap out front has just closed a little bit to 2.3, but not by much, and Van Oostenen is actually kind of going with Rivera. So in fact, Van Oostenen has closed up now.
He's going well.
Yeah, maybe he can...
And it's close again, and Shoveler's only 1.3 behind.
And Yotam getting a lot closer now to Matt Holman. Look, they're now up behind Sablinskas to put a lap on him. So taking a lot more curb than that Bentley. You would have expected it to be the other way round as Sablinskas gets out of it there. It was, yeah.
Well, that corner's not easy if you catch a back marker either. So
No. I think they all did pretty well there because actually I'm not sure what else Sablinskas could have done there. And Yotam recognised it and didn't really lose any time. So I think overall pretty solid job by those guys in the end. We now see Ryan Davies a lot closer to Gabby Samoas.
Rivera taking half a second out of Sharon as well now, down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, so Sharon does a 45.4 that time around. Rivera does a 45.1. So yeah, lovely and close between this pile of cars here. Van Oostenen is still within the half second of Rivera as well. So yeah, Van Oostenen has just hooked onto the tow bar on that McLaren and just latched himself on and getting pulled along. Not sure that McLarens have tow bars, but
Samoas will be hoping that Davies and Ingeheden start to battle, give them a chance to get some fresh air between them.
yeah, that gap.
It's got a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, up to 3.3. That gap. So Van Oostenen now within 0.2 look of Rivera. So I think Rivera might have had a little tricky moment because he's dropped half a second on Sharon.
Are we seeing the same thing from race 1 here though with Rivera? that the initial pace was good, and then in the middle of the race was when he started to lose all of his time to the Chiron brothers. And
then his pace seemed to
wondering-
come back towards the end of the race.
Yeah, it's odd.
I wonder if he's going through a graining phase on the tyres. I know it's very much a thing on ACC these days. An old Frank Spade there, he's coming to join this party.
I'm dipping into the chat. Hello, Simo. How are you? Good for you to join us.
I'll read Simo. Yeah, these three are certainly in for a battle now. Holman and Chiron are pretty close together as well. So this is the rear wing of Holman. Let's switch to the inside of Chiron. Is he going to send? That's a long way back to come from. Takes enough curb though. Looks pretty good so far.
Took all the curb then. That was yeah, he went for the real inside line.
Oh, he thinks about switching back.
He's getting impatient.
Yeah, and that's not a place to try it, but takes all of that curb and a little bit more. So where is he going to try and make this move? Is he going to have to wait until they get back round to the start-finish straight, do you think? Or is there anywhere in the middle of the track where he can have a go?
In the middle, I think it would depend on Holman making a mistake, possibly on the exit of the chicane. Or running wide out of, I believe, his turn 11, fast right.
Yeah, and actually there's a reasonable braking zone into turn 12, I think it is. So it's possible there, but I think for the most part he's probably going to have to wait until he gets back around to the start-finish straight again. Ingerden is right up Ryan Davies' shaft as well.
Davies.
Oh. So let's
what happened to
let's
Ryan
watch a
there?
replay and see what happened. So this is a replay, not live. This is Davies ahead of Ingerden then.
Yeah.
So all of this is good news for Gabi Samoes, who extends his lead out front in the silver. So what's going to happen here? We've got white flag for Sablinskas there. Sablinskas staying out of the way. Runs what? Oh, he's dropped it out wide. Oh, what a shame for Davies. I think he was probably put off by Sablinskas on the inside.
Yeah, he's got out on the marbles there and spun it up on a mixture of that and the AstroTurf. Oh, that's a shame. He was running well.
He really was. So Franz Schawler has now set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:44.5. That's a extremely quick
Look
race
at the
pace.
run. Look at the run Van Eesen had it there. It was incredible. He was literally pulling that McLaren in up the hill.
Yeah, it's a tricky place to try and find a way through up there. So he will have to go again somewhere else, but Schawler right with them now. So looking back from Ricardo Rivera in the Puerto Rico E-Racing Club McLaren. Van Eesen just looks like he's able to put his car exactly where he wants to right now. So I don't know whether the Bentley just looking after its tyres a little bit better than the McLaren possibly.
Johnny, you'll be pleased to see him getting on hand with the Bentley so well.
Absolutely. He'll be carrying me tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Although we are in AM class, so gonna be
Hey!
going
Yeah,
for
have
the
you
wing.
worked that? Have you worked that one
Oh,
out?
you hacking person, you.
It's because all the aliens have joined.
You know what? I think I've got authority to change stuff on Sim Racing GP now. So
You won't have if you carry on.
not for long.
So yeah, combined times put us towards the top of the AM class. So be nice to actually go for some victories, hopefully, weather dependent, and whether I can keep it on the track.
That's a lot of dependent right there. But it looks like you've picked yourself a... Yeah, that's Garrido, isn't it? A lap down?
It is, and one corner where this guy doesn't make it easy for these guys to pass could change the positions of these three all together. Obviously, moving out of the way.
Very
Right
nicely
out
done.
of the way.
Very nicely
That's
done.
really good. Really, really good.
I think Garrido's got one of the unsung hero liveries out there. I'm a big fan of Garrido's BMW. It looks really nice, really tidy.
I remember Ben saying it was one of his favourites, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It does look incredible. That sort of metallic blue
Yeah,
really stands out.
that electric blue coming through the black, and yeah, it looks absolutely superb. Now, Yuval Sharon might just be wondering what's going on here, because he's kind of just wandering away with this one. 2.8 to the good out front, but this is what's going on. It's a battle for second between 3 cars. Now, what you are watching here is Rivera second in that Puerto Rico McLaren out front, and then you've got Van Oosenen in the green and black Bentley. And then just behind them, you have got Fraz Shoveler in the very colourful BMW. Looks like it's been coloured in by Jimbo himself, really.
Good. Your best crayons out for that, Jimbo.
that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah.
They're the ones I got for Christmas.
I'm surprised you haven't eaten all of those yet.
No.
Those on the Play-Doh.
Yeah.
So this is Shouting
Play-Doh,
versus Wayne Bond. Play-Doh what?
Play-Doh and Lego. Yeah, I'm shitting bricks.
Dear. Meanwhile, there was a bit of a switcheroo attempt going on there. These two not in the same class, but enjoying a battle all the same. And that's a move.
No.
And I think that hasn't worked out quite well for Wayne Bond. And he's now got Prescott trying to get past him.
The post boys have arrived. Mr. Seville and Dixon just joined in the chat, cheering on Fraz Shoveler.
Word up. Or as we've now coined him, Frank Spade.
Yeah.
I say we.
Frank Spencer, I suppose.
It's me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't drag us down to that.
Yeah.
We're better than that, Johnny.
Listen, I've spent the entire night trying to drag you up. So.
Oh, God.
Wow. I haven't swore or anything, and I'm still getting abused.
No, that's true. You've been on really good behaviour tonight. Jimbo, however.
Well, fuck you, Adam.
Wow.
Dear.
It's like that.
Oh, jeez. oNiD Racing, come for the racing, stay for Johnny shouting swears at you.
That is my fault.
Yeah, exclamation mark Johnny, anyone? In fact, I'm going to do it right here. Exclamation mark. No, that's Connie. Exclamation mark Johnny. And nothing's happened. Good. Oh no, there we go. Nightbot, if you're not sure whose fault it was probably Johnny's. There should be an apostrophe between the Y and the S on Johnny's. As Rivera runs wide and Van Oosenen gets super close right now. So Rivera probably would have picked himself up a track cut warning for that as well. So let's hope he's not playing fast and loose with those too much.
That's like a night out in Northampton, that does.
What, playing fast and loose?
Yeah.
Oh, Ben's in the chat with...
Hey!
Exclamation mark, everyone's a bloody comedian, isn't they?
And just so Adam doesn't feel left out.
Don't tell me you've got an exclamation mark peg leg.
No, I haven't got an exclamation mark. Oh, I should have, though.
That would involve you knowing how to use Nightbot, though.
Perfect.
So Rivera is holding on to this second place quite nicely. Van Oosenen with all the pressure behind him, and I think he's a touch closer. So let's see whether this Bentley can have a go into T1. I think he's probably going to go for a last-minute dive. Oh, and he does, but Rivera goes to cover it, and there is contact. And Fraz Shoveler will be saying thank you very much.
Wow.
Best just an exclamation mark peg leg. Adam slipped over, honest.
Oh, do you know what? It's my turn now. Fuck you.
Well, folks, while these two curse and throw profanity at each other, there is a race going on. We'll try and be professional on some side.
You're going to pretend to be the adult professional one now, are you?
What's the problem with that?
Is it because he's the oldest?
Am I the oldest? I think I am, aren't I?
Just. Yeah, very much just.
Yeah.
Miles Dixon with the subscription. Thank you, Miles. You love to see it.
We haven't paid for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
Anyway, there's a race going on, guys.
Dear. Let's pick up on some action through the field as well. Guerra just ahead of Bond. Bond had that. Oh no, that was his brother that had the unfortunate incident with somebody else earlier. That's gone well.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying it. What you've got now is Samoas and Ingeden getting pretty close together, and they're closing up on Heidenreich as well. I wonder if that Lexus is using up its tyres, because Heidenreich really struggled in the latter half of the last race as well. So, yeah, it could.
The Van Oostenen's right up on Shovler, so that'll be.
Yep, that looks like a prime. I thought he was going to go for a switcheroo, but Shoveler's car just stayed exactly where he wanted it. Exactly. So, yeah, Van Oostenen's got his work cut out to try and find a way past for that past that Pulse SimSport car. But, Rivera has just dropped back off of this pack, so whether his tyres have had enough, whether some of the damage has just caught up, as Van Oostenen gets very sideways. Well held, that man, though. Johnny, I think you've got a good teammate.
For the last few minutes.
Sorry, Adam. What was that?
I said, Johnny, I think you found yourself a good teammate.
He found me. He asked me to be his teammate. I have no idea
what is wrong with him.
Christ, what a charitable fella.
Did I watch Jimbo?
What was the song that help the aged?
Yeah, there are other things I could say, but I won't.
The funny thing is, I can just do this magic thing here, and I can just do that, and I've just muted him, so he can't talk anymore.
Hang on, who have you muted? Which one?
Jimbo.
Oh, that's all right then. Great. He's currently shouting and screaming at us,
Hello, Jimbo.
Dear, Van Oostenen is, because chaps, there's still a race going on. Van Oostenen hasn't given up on retaking second here. And actually, Rivera's getting a bit closer to Van Oostenen. Wow, that was defensive from Shoveler from a long way back.
Very defensive there. Compromised his run out.
Yeah, he has.
God, listen to everyone sounding serious now. It did compromise in one exit, so Van Oostenen a lot closer, and Rivera's drifted back again a little bit. So yo-yoing there a little bit, but I tell you what, let's go on board with Mr. Van Oostenen and see how close he can get.
Someone have a look in the chat.
Oh, Ben, you need to just come and cause havoc every week, I think. Oh dear. Well, Van Oostenen, that bit closer to Shoveler again as they come through this midfield section. Infield section, not midfield section. It's like the.
So you look in his rear view camera or whatever it was.
Shut your face.
Oh, what did he call it?
Oh, was it a rear vision mirror, wasn't it?
Rear vision mirror.
Right, that's it. I'm out of here.
I'll watch it leave in the rear vision mirror.
Wow,
that's getting close. That is getting close.
He has to back out of that as well a little bit.
I can see what he's doing. He wants to get as close as possible for the exit of the final corner, but looks like he's struggling with the car a little bit there. Hands constantly correcting the wheel.
Ain't it peaceful without Adam?
I was just about to. His hands were a little bit like an octopus trying to unhook a bra. Then.
Like
What sort of website do you see that on?
What, you asking
I've
for a
never
friend,
heard-
are you? You asking for a friend?
I've never heard the analogy. His hands were busy like an octopus unhooking a bra.
I think it's a quote from The Thick of It, if I remember rightly.
Okay.
I think it's a Malcolm Tucker quote. But I will confirm later, just in case you actually care.
So we are on the last lap then. So that's flown by this race. It absolutely has flown by, but
Look at Van der Veen and Kovacic here.
Yeah,
the
that's very
guru,
close as well.
the guru. Oh, Jovan Kovacic. He was, by the way, he was 69 this week. It was his 69th birthday.
You are kidding me.
Jovan Kovacic. 69th birthday. What a legend. Still
And
racing.
ascend! And ascend! And he gets it
Yes!
done. Oh, good move! Good move. Oh,
69 can race and he can walk around without falling over and breaking his ankle. Mad.
I didn't break my ankle, just 5 bones in my foot.
And he's
Go on,
currently
take the
planning
technical term.
He's also Thunder's also planning the demise of Vladimir Putin at the minute. So
Don't say that on a broadcast. Or
So you might find the viewers go up significantly.
yeah. Talking of which, oh, hello, indeed, yes. Yuval Sharon takes the win. And that was a subscription from Mr. Seville. Thank you for that.
Nice of him, innit? What? That's really nice. I'm really pleased with that. That's, yeah, what a guy.
So Shoveler finishes second from Van Ooselen in third, Rivera fourth, Sharon takes fifth. Where's me button to see how close Heidenreich is? Wow, look at that one across the line. But congratulations to Gabby Samoa's taking the win in silver, and
And you can see a certain Mr. Ingeheden celebrating in the background.
Yes.
So our silver.
And can somebody just talk about who's about to win AM as well, please?
Janis Schaltin is about to win AM. Well done, buddy. And that's 2 good wins for him tonight.
Thank you for saving me from having to say his first name again.
Yeah. We don't need any more of that.
Janus.
Jimmy nearly dying.
I think the
Yeah.
Kovacic and Van der Veen one is still going. Oh no, where is?
Oh no!
Oh, we
So-
celebrated too quick.
Van der Veen has got back past, or Thunder has had a little bit of a mishap somewhere.
He's got Evans right with him now.
Yeah, do you know what? Evans has done.
Oh no, Evans is 2 laps down. Don't worry, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's just confusing. This is the problem with the timing board on.
Yeah.
ACC.
Do you know
Doesn't
how I
help at all.
do you know how I figured it out? It was because there was the bit where it says D Evans plus 2 laps.
What, you expect me to look at that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Come to oNiD, we're all professional here.
Yeah.
So yeah, shouting one from Guerra, Bond, Kuipers, Van Veen, Kovacic, Evans, and Lamberts. Yeah, that was. I enjoyed that race as well. It was manic at times, but we had some really good battles all the way through the field. Well done to this man though, Yuval Sharon, taking the win once again. That brings our racing to a close for the evening. But before you guys go, that was a cracking night's racing again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't feel like a rookies league anymore. It feels like it's another championship within oNiD that, yeah, runs as it should. Great racing, great battling. A couple of funny people on the comms, one not so.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
Adam.
Oh, I know full well who's talking about me.
But just talking about myself, to be fair, I've either lost my voice or gone off having some sort of frantic meltdown from laughing too much. Honestly, the last couple of weeks has been a right pain in the anus.
the
I really want him.
Janus.
I really want him to win the championship, and then we can get him in next week for an interview to say how well he's done, and just watch Jimbo have a complete meltdown.
I'll be alright. I'll gather myself beforehand. But I'm gonna jump out and go and do the debrief with the guys. But thanks again for having us on, and another great night's racing. And I'll see both of you, I guess, at some point tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers, Jimbo.
Brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks ever so
just
much.
just to finish off with the guys in chat, thank you for joining us tonight. Miles said me and Johnny coming to Gatecrash on Discord. Simo and JT were laughing at something. Ben says, Thunder, what a man. You could not be more correct there. Ben also says, what great 2 races that was tonight. Simo says, great comms, boys, hilarious. Not on purpose, unfortunately, but there we go. Hiker van der Veen, whoop, I finished again. You did, sir, well done. Mr. Prescott, hello. Miles wants to know what tracks next week.
Silverstone for the finale, 60 minutes mandatory stops. So it'll be interesting. They're used to the 2 30-minute sprint races, or they've had one 45-minute race this season. So longer race for next week. See how they cope.
Indeed. And Hiker says, this got me hyped again, man, which is really good to hear. So glad you've had a better night of it, Hiker. I know you've had a tough few races, so good to see you back on it. And Princess JT with a well done, everyone. Great racing. It was great racing. I enjoyed that. Johnny, overall thoughts as we head towards the final week of Rookies League 1?
Well, I think it's been absolutely fantastic. Tonight's racing was brilliant. We had that one incident in race 2, but for the season so far, it's been pretty incident free.
Mm-hmm.
Silver's pretty much tied up. I think Felix has pretty much run away with that, and congratulations to him. We're just waiting for the results to update to see. I'm pretty sure he's clear. And then we're going to have a battle for. I think Rivera's pretty much, like you said earlier, is champion-elect in Pro. And I think Am's still there or thereabouts for a bit of a battle. So it'll be nice to go to the home of British Motorsport next week and finish off what has been a fantastic series.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a fantastic track for them to race at. Some really, really fast flowing parts of that track that are tricky at times. So yeah, it's a great place to finish. And Hiker says, Johnny, this was not your fault.
For once, brilliant.
So there you go. It leaves me just time to thank our channel partners and community partners: simracing.gp, pitwall.live, simrace247.com, Caden Computers, and the title sponsor of the Rookies League, sim-stuff.com. I've been Adam D with the European Rookie League coverage here on oNiD. This man has been Johnny Ash.
Thank you very much.
And tomorrow is the start of the Enduro series. So don't miss it. Thanks, everyone. We will see you again on the next stream.